Well, well. This is Ultra Lance, and this is bad business. I'm recording this on Thursday afternoon because I called in sick last night. Well, I have a new fence over here. I'm on my way to an appointment with my endocrinologist. Had a very good evening, very productive night. Started work on a new song, got some painting done, got some drawing done. Did a very cursory workout. My wife, we have in our bathroom, there are lights over the sink, and then there's a main light. And that main light has been burned out for a couple of years. So we've only had the lights over the sink in the bathroom for a long time. For some reason, she decided to put a new light bulb in the main light. So it's much brighter in there now, right? When I got home from work Wednesday morning, I went in there, turned the light on. Well, I got out of the shower naked, right in front of the mirror over the sink. And I got a good look at myself in the bright light for the first time in a long time. And all my fantasies about having improved my body tone vanished. So I have added to my, as you say, New Year's resolutions, lose some weight. Technically speaking, I ought to lose 20 pounds. I mean, that's strictly going by the book. But let's aim for 10, 15, just to start off with. I'm supposed to lift weights tonight, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'm off work tonight also. Actually, I've got with me the music that I would have taken to work last night. So let's see what I brought. That'll kill some time. Oh dear. I hope this appointment goes smoothly. Afterwards, I'm going to head out to hit a couple of thrift stores and see if I can find some shirts. Alright, let's see what I've got here. Damn it. Junk in the way. Alright, number one I have Hotel California by the Eagles. Miles Smiles, that's the second record by his second quintet. Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare, an album that I'm not that crazy about, but since there's such a paucity of material by the original band, I thought, well, I'll stretch out and listen to his. That's the first album he did after he fired the original band. Then we have a classic, Alice Cooper, $1 Billion Babies. Sonny Simmons, American Jungle. That's a great modern day jazz record. Black Sabbath, Mob Rules. That's the second record they did with Dio. It's really good. Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy. I'll tell you a story about that in a second. Blue Oyster Cult, Spectres. And that's it. Alright, I'm not a very patient person. I don't like to sit quietly, patiently, and be lectured to about a bunch of trivia. Before, in the weeks leading up to my beginning my brief career at University of Georgia as a student. I had to go to my mother went with me to some meeting where they gave you information about the meal program and some other shit that I have no interest in. Something about the memory makes me think it happened at the Tate Center. That may have been true, I don't remember. Because I seem to remember that I parked in the parking lot of the Tate Center, which is very odd, especially in today's terms. That would not happen. Anyway, so I got completely upset and frustrated in the middle of this talk, and I told my mother, I'm leaving, I'll come back and pick you up. So this would have been late summer of '87. I went out and got in my car, and I drove down to Turtles, which was a record chain here in the South. I don't know how extensive. And I bought the cassette of Houses of the Holy. The first time I'd ever listened to it. And I was just delighted. Every song, such a treasure, such a treat. I got back and picked my mother up, and she's like, I wish you'd stay. There was a lot of good information that came out. The follow-up to that story is that, number one, when it came time to sign up for classes, I didn't know what classes to sign up for. And I sort of winged it at the registration process. And the guy looked at me like, don't you know what you're gonna sign up for? And the night before classes were to begin, I had no idea where I was going and how I was going to get there. So I called a friend of mine up who was he had graduated a year ahead of me in school. And I said, will you please come with me and we'll drive around the campus and you can show me where I got to go and what I do. So it was the middle of the night, right? It was after dark. We drove around. He said, well, you're gonna, I had the sheet of classes with me, the list. And he said, okay, you're going to have to park here. You're going to have to get on the bus here. You're going to have to get off here. Then you're going to have to come back over here. And they told me the whole thing, right? Whoops, wrong way. Got to go this way. I told him about that, 25 years later. And he had no memory of doing that. Yeah. Oh, mercy. Oh. What did I eat? We don't have much in the house to eat. My son likes to eat, I can't think of the name of the brand, but frozen burritos and frozen chimichangas. You get them at Walmart, and usually they're off limits. They're just his, right? But a couple hours ago, like, can I please have a couple of these frozen chimichangas? Yeah, okay. I burned my tongue on them. Oh dear, that reminds me, I gotta get a lottery ticket. Uh-oh, I've jinxed it. Oh God. I used to go this way all the time to go to work when I worked at the Athens post office. I didn't know how good I had it. My wife asked me last night, she said, if you had been working in Athens, would you have called in sick? I said, no, probably not. She goes, that's what I figured. It's the commute more than anything else that is the determining factor. They're building a film studio out here. Well, film studios. It's called Athens Studios. Is that right? Yeah. Athena Studios. And this will be a place where you can rent a sound stage to make your little independent film. Don't know how successful it's going to be. In the same way that once everything is automated, no one will have jobs. One day everybody will be a filmmaker and there won't be time for everybody to watch everybody else's films. This guy's right on my butt. Am I not going fast enough for you? I mean, what? I don't understand the problem. First time I've driven over to this place by myself. This will be my second visit, though, so it's not a big deal. The thing I hate about going to the doctor is having to answer the same questions, go through the same routine every time. I don't mind going to the dentist because they actually do something. You know, if the doctor laid hands on you and made you feel better, or you know, there was some physical manipulation involved. But just asking questions and giving this little chiding talk about, you know, you're too fat. Like going to the barber shop. They do, you know, it's a pleasant thing because they're pampering you. I don't know if I'm going to go to the barber shop again. The barber I used, they fucked it up, ruined the atmosphere. For the management of a barber shop not to understand that the atmosphere is a key component of the haircut experience. It's not just, well, were you satisfied with how your haircut looked after you walked out the door? It's more than that. How did it smell in there? How did it sound in there? I used to get my hair cut by this guy who was the mayor of our town for years and years. He had this little tin shed in the next town over. It had an old church pew in there for you to sit on with old magazines and a pot-bellied stove to heat it. And if there was any music going, it was on a little portable transistor radio up on a shelf. The magazines were like, fishing magazines, Ford Times, if you remember that magazine. And there used to be a free magazine they would give to auto parts dealers called Parts Pups. And it was basically pictures of topless women and sort of half dirty jokes. Nothing really filthy, but just sort of snigger behind your hand jokes. God, I bet you those are collectible now if you have any. Okay, little tricky here. They're doing some work down here. I can't remember how you get onto the bypass perimeter, whatever the hell you call it. Oh, okay. I guess it's not that bad. They really messed the road up here for a long time. It was just a mess. Oh, God, my stomach hurts now. Aldi sells windmill cookies, and they're really good, not just because of the taste, but also because they're so crisp. I used to love the cheap oatmeal cookies from Walmart or Kroger, either one, but you got to the point where they're just stale every time I buy them. And the only way to eat them is to dip them in milk, and my wife doesn't buy real milk anymore because she and my son are both lactose intolerant, so they buy the lactose-free milk, and it doesn't taste the same. And she buys it by the half gallon, so if I waste a cup of milk to dip cookies in, I feel like I'm, stealing milk from them. Damn, my tongue. You put 2 of these frozen chimichangas in the microwave for 2 minutes to cook them, and they come out so hot. I burn my tongue every single time, and I hate a burned tongue. Feels like your tongue is wearing a little coat, a little corduroy coat. I got to thinking, what would you do? Oh, God damn, the traffic's backed up. What the hell? What would you do if your tongue got cut out? How would you replace it? And I thought, what if they put one of your big toes into your mouth? Because there's a thing where if you lose a thumb, they can, supposedly, this may be an urban myth, but I have seen photographs. They attach one of your big toes to your hand as a replacement for your thumb. I wonder if you could use a big toe in your mouth. You couldn't taste anything, but you would have to trim your toenail every so often. I'm going to be late now because of this. There's some sort of problem up here. And something stinks right through here. Borderline skunk. There's a beautiful sort of light turquoise Prius to my right. I wish our car was that color. I can't stand white or silver cars. That's what ours is, silver. This is a mess. I shouldn't have come this way. I should have left a little earlier and went through town. I've got to merge with one arm. God almighty, what a fucking joke. That's right. Wait till the last second to get the hell over. Can I get over? I guess I'm gonna have to. Oh dear. Long time ago in summer of '88, when I worked at the old Chase Street Annex post office, this is where I used to get off right here. You get off on Chase Street, and there's a little street off of Chase called Davis Street, and I used to remember it because Miles Davis. Even back then, I was into Miles Davis. I got into Miles originally for two reasons. I had seen his album Tutu in the store, and I thought that the cover art was really striking. And I also, the other thing is because of the Bitches Brew album, which again, the cover art is really amazing. But you know, actually, I think the first album I ever owned by him was Kind of Blue, which is a masterpiece. It had to have been before me, because I didn't get that record until '89. So I don't know. I'm still gonna be early. Over off that exit used to be a little. There's a shopping center, and they used to have a one of these discount retailers called Zayre's, and that's where I got busted for shoplifting the first time. What a fun night that was. It's funny, you know, I have a checkered past, but those types of things aren't the things that I regret. You know, the run-ins with the cops and, you know, serious trouble. That's not the stuff that I regret. The stuff I regret is the little things, the times I hurt somebody's feelings, you know, times I made a fool out of myself. Okay, I gotta figure out when I can go here. I can't see anything. Okay. Christ, how are you supposed to... Thanks, jackass. I can't see anything to my right now. I guess I'll have to pull forward. I can't see anything. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. How are you supposed to see anything? My God, what a joke. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Fuck it. Go, 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 go. And some homeless jerk walking down the side of the street, stumbling along, getting ready to be hit by a car. Okay, right up here is where I gotta turn. I think this is it right here. Yep, this is it. Gotta go all the way. This is a little medical park, and I gotta go all the way around to the back. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I better wrap it up before we get there.